Hey everyone, it's Allie and welcome to my channel, and today is a very exciting day because we are going to the beach, but on the way we are going to stop at a Goodwill in a pretty expensive bougie area. Very excited, hoping to get some great pieces today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get thrifting. Off we go. Not surprisingly, since it was a Saturday, the store was pretty crowded, so I couldn't get a ton of clips. I started off in the shoes and was pretty underwhelmed. These Sesto Meucci shoes were probably very expensive originally, but they were in rough shape. I really like the style of these sneakers, but they were just from Walmart, so probably retailed for less than $10. I considered these Allbirds for a minute and kind of regret not picking them up, even if just for my husband, because I'm sure they would have cleaned up pretty well. I then went over to look at the dishes and found this set, which would be super cute for putting in a hutch or something. Very cottagecore. I feel like I've heard people talk about Tupperware dishes, but these did have some wear. Next I went over to the knickknacks and found this big picnic basket. It was really nice, but it was just too large to be practical for me and too large to store for reselling. This Goodwill had a lot of curtains and things like that, which the one closest to me does not, so I glanced at those. This pattern seemed like something. It was Tabitha Webb, but resale is low for the brand. Then finally I looked at this vintage pillowcase, which I really loved, but there was only one, so I left it. Then I went over to the dresses, which is where I spent almost the whole time, and found this ASOS dress, which I loved. It had all these embroidered flowers, but I think it had signs of wear and I just couldn't justify it for $6. I got excited at first for this dress, but it is the 9s by Hatch, which has a much lower value than Hatch, but be on the lookout for Hatch. I looked up this Uniqlo by Vera Bradley collab dress, unfortunately not great value there. I love this dress. It was just from Universal Thread, but it was a bit worn. I like this maxi length tropical Chico's dress, but it did have some stains, so I left that behind. But no worries, I found a lot of stuff in just about an hour, so let's go chill at the beach. Literally, it was cold. And then we'll go home and I'll show you what I got. I was able to find 29 items and I spent $127, which makes my average cost of goods $4.37, which is fantastic. I love when I can get it under $5. I did get a few homeware pieces, a couple things for myself, a couple things for people in my family, which I'm actually not going to show because I am going to do like a Christmas thrifting surprise for hopefully each member of my family. So I'm going to start collecting things for them to open on Christmas, and I will do a whole video on everything I found throughout the year during December. So I'm going to put those two things aside so I don't accidentally show you. But then for myself, I did get this cute, adorable little set of vintage gold plates. I'm not sure what the brand is. I don't know if these are really worth anything, but I have the larger plates. So of course I had to get the smaller ones. I have them displayed in like a corner cabinet in my kitchen. They have that gold ring that goes all the way around the edge. So yeah, I was really happy to get these, and I don't know how much they ended up charging me for them, but I think maybe like $2 tops. And I got a couple clothing items for myself. This first one is this vintage Champion t-shirt. I probably could sell it since it is vintage and it's in good shape, but it's so plain I probably would not get more than like $15 tops for this. And it's the perfect size for me to just kind of throw on for walks, wear over bike shorts, and I really, really love this color blue a lot. Very comfortable, yeah, no staining or anything like that, so I was very happy to get this for only $2.50. And then the other thing that I got for myself, I was picking up maybe to resell. So as you can see, there is no tag, but this just felt so quality. It felt so nice. And there is still the interior tag intact, and this is a modal polyester and spandex blend. So modal is so comfortable. I love wearing modal myself. And it does have the RN number, which I looked up, and it said Foxland. And I did look that up on Poshmark, and I was only finding like vintage pieces, and this definitely is not vintage. So I don't really know if this would go for anything or how how much I would get for it, but I really like it. I really like wearing pastels. And yeah, very, very comfortable. I love wearing dresses that feel like loungewear. All right, let's go into the couple homeware pieces that I did get to sell. So I am selling on Depop, and how I decide what to put on Depop is pretty much all of my vintage or just anything that's giving like cottagecore, boho. And I was thinking about starting a whole other Etsy shop of like home goods, but then I figured I don't really want to add one more thing to deal with. And I really am used to how Poshmark and Depop ships. And Depop also has no seller fees, which I really like. So I do want to get more into home goods, and you guys saw that picnic basket that I'm kind of regretting not picking up, but it was just so big. I didn't want to deal with storing it. I like the idea of going to different vintage markets. I think that is probably going to be that sweet spot in between the responsibility of a booth, but not having to worry about shipping things with an Etsy shop. Anyway, all that to say, I did pass on that picnic basket, but I did get 2 smaller items, or 3 technically. So this first one I think is so cute. It is a vintage hand-painted, pretty large pie plate. So it's got really pretty tulips maybe, I'm not a flower person, and a beautiful blue ring around the edges. And then this is what really sold me, really nice detail along the side. And then you can see it says someone's name who made this in 2003, which is sad because that officially means that I can call this vintage because it's more than 20 years old. So I feel very old that 2003 is vintage. But thank you, Colleen, for making this. I think it's adorable. And yeah, it's a really good size. And then I did get 2 more items, but they are the exact same. But I think I am going to list them separately. So they're mugs, and they have the cutest little design on them. So it says, having tea with a friend brightens any day, and it's 2 little teddy bears. So maybe I'll keep one and then sell one. I don't know. If they were different, I would definitely sell them as a set, but since they're the same, I feel like they could just be sold separately. So I'll think on that, but yeah, this is the vibe that I want to bring to Depop. Just really, really cute cottagecore type stuff. Okay, but now let's get into all the clothing that I'm gonna sell. I do have a full IKEA bag. Like I said, I did end up with 29 total items, and I did not even make it through half the store. So I'm gonna start off with non-dresses, and then I'll go into the dresses since that's the majority of the haul. So up first, I found this awesome vintage grandpa sweater. It's from the brand Gianfranco Ruffini, Italy. It's 100% acrylic, made in Mexico, size extra, extra large. And anytime I see these cute grandpa sweaters, I have to pick them up, especially if they're a bigger size, because the girlies like to wear these oversized, and then of course a man who's a true extra extra large could also wear this. I feel like this style doesn't do as well as it used to in the past, but I'm always able to sell these sweaters as long as I price them pretty reasonably. Like I'll probably list that for $35 and hope to get around $25. And then very similar, same brand, same materials, 100% acrylic, same size, extra extra large. Right next to that sweater was this one. So of course, if I was gonna get one, I just had to go ahead and get the other. But yeah, I'm just always so excited whenever I find a good grandpa sweater. So this is Eileen Fisher. It's a size extra large. Of course, extra large is fantastic for Eileen Fisher. Definitely would recommend picking up large and above in the brand. Although I really would pick up pretty much anything from Eileen Fisher as long as it's in good shape and for a good price, because it always does seem to move eventually. But yeah, just a great quality sweater tank. It is, I think, 30% silk, 70% cotton. Okay, opposite, but better. 80% silk, 20% cotton. So I love that. It is in absolutely fantastic shape. This one was randomly in the dresses, and I also just realized I got a free pen from this. But this, I think, is going to be a very solid flip. So this is from Land's End, a very reputable brand, size 1X, or 16W to 18W. And this, I would say, is a jacket, obviously, but almost like a shacket, like a thicker shirt jacket. A lot of things going for this. Great size, good quality brand. A wonderful neutral piece that I think will be appealing to a lot of people. I love the buttons. I love like the front pockets. I feel like I've been seeing that a lot lately. In like new condition. So much going for this. I'll probably list it for around 45. I'll have to look at comps. I really haven't looked up too much yet. I just got back changed my clothes and started doing this. But I'm really excited about that piece, and it's just a great one for this time of year, the transition from winter into spring, or spring into summer, depending on where you live. Very, very solid bread and butter piece here. This is from J. Crew. It's a size small. It's a pretty simple black cardigan. Don't know how many of those details you can pick up on, but for the most part, it is a very simple cardigan. But the good thing is that it's 100% merino wool. So that was definitely the reason that I picked this up. And I spent a lot of time looking this over for holes, and I'm sure I'll find one because that's just how it is. I'll spend like 5 minutes in the store looking for holes. I don't find any, and then I turn the light on to take the pictures and I find something. But I think this is pretty good. So hopefully that's true, and maybe I can get like 30-35 bucks for this since that's such good quality. Another J. Crew sweater. This is definitely an older one, but I had to pick it up because it is 15% Angora rabbit hair. It's a size small, and I also just thought that this was such a pretty color for Easter coming up. And I like the detail on this sweater. It's a very timeless piece. I spent so long though looking over that last one that I feel like I kind of just grabbed this one and went, and it's definitely not in 100% condition, and I'm trying really hard this year to just pick up things that are pretty much in like new condition. So the sweater has kind of come loose by the armpit area. I don't think it's like that big of a deal, but I'll definitely list it a bit cheaper because of that. Okay, so this is Barefoot Dreams. It's a size extra small, and Barefoot Dreams used to be a really, really amazing find. Like, you'd list it, it would sell that day for a great price, over $50. Now, unfortunately, that's not quite the case. I am pickier with what I do pick up, but this is such a substantial piece from the brand, and it feels like it really was never worn. So this is really long. It's like probably midi length, and it does have 3 buttons down the front, and then it kind of flares out. It's got 2 pockets. So I've never sold this style before, but this is probably one of, if not the most substantial piece I've ever found from Barefoot Dreams. So very excited to look into this, but very much hoping to get over 50 for this. I might keep this or at least borrow it, but I'm gonna look up comps first because I'm trying to make some money. So this is from Pilcrow, which is an Anthropologie brand, and this is a newer tag. This feels like it was never worn at all. It's one size. It's not crazy materials or anything. It is acrylic, polyester, and nylon, but it's so comfortable. It's such a closet staple kind of piece. And I'm tempted to keep this because I feel like this is a great kind of sweater to just throw on over a tank, like if I'm going to the beach or something and I get a little chilly. But I also just want to make some money, so yeah, we'll see. If I can only get like maybe $20-$25 for this, I might keep it, at least for the time being, and see if I reach for it. But this does feel very nice, so excited to look into that. And then this was amongst the dresses, but it is a sleep gown. Is that the term? Nighting gown? Nightgown? This I absolutely love. It is vintage. It's from the brand Big Dogs, size large, extra large, 100% cotton. So it's about a midi length, and it has this big patch on here that says, "Big Dog Mom, she who must be obeyed." So I love this. I think it's gonna do great. I did find one comp just quickly when I was looking this up. Somebody sold this for $35. So I probably will list this for $45 since they sold it for $35. And just go ahead and see what happens. Definitely open to offers. But I just could not leave this behind. So fun. And I actually really do enjoy selling pajamas and intimates. They seem to sell pretty well for me. Okay, but now let's get into the dresses. I got quite a few. I honestly did not pick up a lot that I know I could have flipped and made money on, but there just were not enough things going for it in my opinion. Trying to be pickier, trying to make better sales, especially because they are $6. Like if I was at the bins or somewhere like that, I would definitely be less picky. This one I think is so cute. Hold me back from keeping it. This is from Akemi and Kin, which is an Anthropologie brand. It's a size medium. It's a perfect shirt dress for the fall season. I love all the colors in this one. Would be very adorable with a belt and some booties. This also had really good materials, which absolutely made me want to pick it up. So yeah, it's a wool blend. It is rayon and wool. So I love that. Good quality fall dress. Probably will sit until then, but I'm okay with that. Then I'll talk about these two pretty quickly together. Same brand, same size, same style. I am going to list them separately though. So these are both from the brand Elos or Eos maybe. They are size 1X, and they're both just great comfortable, casual dresses to just throw on during the spring and summer. So this one has like a black base and then green plants all over it. So I'll definitely tag gardening, nature, outdoorsy, all that kind of stuff. So I think this is really, really cute. I love finding all these casual dresses down here. That's what I like to wear when it's hot. That's what it seems like a lot of people like to wear. And then yeah, literally exact same thing. This one also has that dark base and then there are more plants, but this one has some pink plants popping out. No idea what those are. And both of those are a rayon and spandex blend. All right, I really like this one. This is Chico's, and I did not pick up a lot of Chico stuff I saw there, mostly because they were smaller sizes or maybe they just had some kind of little flaw. But yeah, this is vintage Chico's, I'm pretty sure. It is 100% rayon, and it says it's a size 3, which just eyeballing it, I'm pretty sure is at least like a 14-16, but it's that nice like gauzy cotton, and I'm absolutely gonna tag beach, Hawaii, vacation, anything like that. I feel like this is just perfect for that whole vibe. And you could for sure put a belt on this, put a hat on, put some cute sandals, go out during the day, or you could just wear it real loose and flowy over a bathing suit. So really excited about that one. Hopefully that does well. And then we have a Pure Jill piece. This is a size large. Like Chico's, I really try not to pick up J. Jill or their better line Pure Jill if it's anything smaller than a large. I definitely will make exceptions, but it just takes a lot longer to sell. And I was honestly debating on this one for a little bit just because it is pretty plain, but it needs to go through the wash, but overall it is in really good shape and it's just a great comfortable sweatshirt kind of dress. It is 68% modal and then is polyester and spandex as well. So very, very comfortable. So yeah, hopefully I can find a good stock photo for this. I have a hard time photographing things that are completely black. And now I'm going to immediately go against what I just said. So I did pick up another Pure Jill piece. This one's a size small. I did debate on it because of the size, but it just felt like it was never worn at all. It's 100% cotton. It is from that Pure Jill line, so a little bit better. And I feel like my mom doesn't wear a lot of blue, which is why I did not set this aside for her. But if she does end up liking this, she can absolutely have it. And I like that the hem has a little bit of contrasting design, and then the back has these really pretty big buttons. So yeah, it's a real comfy dress. Like I said, feels like it was never worn at all, so just could not pass it up. I just don't expect it to sell super fast. But those kind of designs do pop off the page, I feel like, on Poshmark, so that's always really helpful if you cannot get a stock photo. Okay, this is kind of a cool one. This is Akemi and Kinnigan, a size medium. So again, this is an Anthropology brand, and it's a pretty long dress. I would say midi. It's a high-low. It's like midi and then maxi. Excellent condition. I feel like this was really never worn at all. Oh, and then it also does have a really high slit. So I don't really know if this is considered a dress or not, or if they would call it a tunic. I guess probably a tunic, because that is really high. And it's 100% cotton, so good materials there. So excited to look more into this one. Fingers crossed I can find some more info. Next up, I've got a Tommy Bahama golf dress. This is a size medium. Very adorable. I love this color pink. I love the contrasting collar. It's in really good shape, and I've had pretty good luck with Tommy Bahama in the past. I feel like I've rarely found Tommy Bahama that's in really good shape. So I haven't sold it a whole lot, but I did check comps and I feel like I should get about 25 to 28 for this. And it is a polyester and spandex blend. I really like this one. This is vintage, and this is the kind of vintage I love to sell. It is Willie Smith Petite. It's a cotton spandex blend, size 8 petite. I love that ditzy floral pattern, the pinks and the orange. A great casual dress to just throw on, and it's got an extra layer around the chest, so you could probably get away with not having to wear a bra. Zips up the back, but it's a nice like knee-length dress, I feel like. You could throw a denim jacket over this and some sneakers, go on down to the Blockbuster and have a great 90s day out. Next, we have a pretty cool one that I'm praying I can find a stock photo for. This is Pink Lily. It's a size medium. This is a boutique brand that I've had some pretty good luck with in the past. I think I may have only sold sweaters, maybe one romper type thing from them. So this is for sure one of the more substantial pieces I've had. So it's a long sleeve dress. I love the cut, and it is a maxi length, so very substantial, and it feels like bridesmaid material, so I don't know if that's what it was intended for, but just like wedding guest, shower guest, anything like that, cocktail party, this would be perfect. But then the back is like pretty open, so it's completely open, and then it does have ties that would go across your back. Next we have, I believe, a midi length dress from Beach Lunch Lounge. It's a size large. I'm honestly having a hard time moving this brand, so I'm trying to be very picky, but I feel like this style, this cut, I wouldn't even really care too much what the brand is. I just love selling a boho midi or maxi length dress, and this is in like new condition. And this is one of my favorite cuts of dress to wear. So if this is sitting for a little bit, I do not mind pulling it out and keeping it for myself, which was the main reason that I did decide to get it. Here's a Chico's piece. This is a size 2. So I think this one is so adorable. Definitely is gonna pop off my Poshmark page. I love the print. Very fun. Very art to wear, I guess you could say, very boho, beach, vacation, coastal, almost like impressionistic painting style. Stretchy and comfy, so like that other Chico's dress, you could absolutely dress this up, or you could just throw it on over your swimsuit. Now we have a brand that was on my Bolo list that I don't think I'd ever found before. So this is Packed. It's like a very sustainable brand. This is a size medium, and I recently have heard a few different resellers talking about it. So kind of funny how sometimes that happens, like you hear somebody talking about a brand and then you turn around and you find it for the first time, and then you wonder how many times have I passed this over? But I don't think I have actually found this before, because it does look very nice and feel very nice, and anytime anything says like organic cotton or it says Earth's favorite clothing, like anytime a brand is screaming I'm sustainable, definitely look it up, because it probably was not cheap. This is a pretty basic dress, but hopefully I could get maybe 35 to 45 for it. Really pretty salmony pink color, long sleeves, stretchy, comfortable, and knee length. So this is a great dress that you could wear to church or whatever, dress up, or you could just throw some sneakers on with it and you could wear it out for a cute day around town. So very happy about that and in perfect condition. And then last, a little bit underwhelming, but I'm still very happy with this piece. We have a universal thread dress from Target, size medium. And there was actually quite a bit of universal thread and Wild Fable in the dress section. Both of those are Target brands. And honestly, if I had found them at the bins, if I could have got them for probably like $3 or less, I would have loved to pick up all those dresses, because people do like Target dresses, and if they're a good size and they're a cute style, I'm very happy to list them. But yeah, with paying $6 a piece, I had to be a little bit more selective, but I did decide to get this one. I think it's adorable. I love the cut, really pretty mustard yellow. Then it has the flower print all over it, got some puff sleeves, buttons all down the front, and it is a midi length, so a lot more substantial than some of the other ones that I found. And then this also is a linen blend, which was the deciding factor for me picking it up. But that was everything I found at this Goodwill in just about an hour, pretty much just in the dress section and then the new rack section. So I'm very grateful. I love when I can go into a Goodwill for just a little bit of time and come out with really a couple weeks worth of listing. As someone who is a part-time reseller, I really just don't have the time to go to the bins, which is a distance from my house anyway here. I usually go thrifting just like once or twice a month. Also, I just put this dress down and I realized I missed a big flaw, so that really sucks. I spent so much time at the thrift store looking at the main body. I wasn't really looking at the sleeves, and there must have been some kind of tie here that somebody cut off. So that sucks really bad. Anyway, of course, that was the last one. Still very happy with the haul. And if you did like the video, please make sure to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe. It really does help my channel out a lot. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.